And let's talk about the German Air Force spying scandal. Now, it's begun after Russia intercepted and released a sensitive discussion among high-ranking German military officers concerning Ukraine. The German government accused Russian President Vladimir Putin of seeking to sow disunity and create division within Germany. DW's Michaela Kafner joins me live from Berlin for more on this. Now, let me start with you, Michaela. First, what were the military officers discussing in that sensitive conversation?
Well, they were discussing the specifics of the potential impact of the Taurus missiles that Germany is at this point in time still refusing to send to Ukraine for the very reason that the German Chancellor in particular is concerned that it could provoke Russia. And they were talking about specifics of the Kerch Bridge that connects mainland Russia with Crimea that was occupied by Russia in 2014. It's Ukrainian territory under international law. And there was very specific debate about how many missiles you would require to blow up that particular bridge, because it would be seen as a prime target for Ukraine if Germany was to send that particular weapon system. So it was very concrete, it was very damaging, and it sparked a lot of internal political debate here in Germany, something the German defense minister described as deliberate by Russia, which he says clearly tried to create at least confusion, ideally a rift between political parties here in Germany, but also between NATO allies.
So how has the German government reacted beyond criticizing Russia?
Well, the German Defense Minister Boris Pistorius, I was in the room when he really spoke about the first investigation launched into this. He said he refuses to play Russia's game on this. Also, the timing of this release by Russia was very telling. It came on the day that here in Germany it was reported that a former executive of Wirecard was exposed as a Russian spy. He's under investigation. Wirecard, of course, a financial transaction company that went bankrupt, that clearly was potentially even set up to damage the German economy and politics. So it came on the very same day, and that is also being read as part of what is being described by the German government as a communications war by Russia. But that didn't stop the opposition here of describing the German Chancellor himself as a security risk. So clearly, at least one aim was reached by Russia, that there is not just heated debate, but more criticism of a chancellor who's already struggling to hold together a very shaky three-way coalition that is, to a large part, busy fighting with itself rather than actually discussing on how to fight back against Russia in Ukraine.
So how is this affecting Germany's relation, especially with its allies?
Well, there has been criticism and there is a context. The German Chancellor last week let it slip, to say the very least, publicly, that there are potentially military personnel by France and Britain on the ground in Ukraine to fine-tune the targeting of similar weapon system to the Taurus that Germany is not sending. And that sparked quite a bit of criticism, particularly publicly from Britain. We're also hearing that not so publicly from France. This makes Germany look pretty bad in a NATO context. Having said that, when you talk about the working level, there is, yes, a political fallout, but NATO, if you talk to NATO, they say that the alliance is still absolutely determined to stick together. But there are rifts between the German and the French government in particular, and unless they find a way to not just gloss this over, but to work it out, there is a weakening of the Western alliance, and that would be seen for sure as at least a partial success for Russia. So that that's what also the German defense minister sees as the homework right now, to stick together and to not let more leaks occur, although it would be naive to think that those don't happen all the time around the world. It's just rather telling that Russia chose to release it. Usually this is kept secret.
Right, thank you very much, Michaela Kafner. She's with our partners, the DW in Germany.